Nathan, I can see you on the other side of those rocks.
You're pretty close. No, that's
I can see you.
I can see, well, I can see your name. Can't actually see you.
yes. I can see both your names.
Excellent.
That's it.
Hot damn,
Hold on.
it's a Belfast man.
Hot diggity damn.
Joke's on you. I have a handgun.
No, Nathan, put the handgun down.
Never.
Nathan, please,
Nathan, please, think
have
of
some
the
common
children.
sense, my
Think of the
dude.
children.
Have some common sense, my dude. Use a shotgun instead. It's far more easier.
Use common sense. Don't be a nana. Use a chainsaw.
Don't be reasonable. Use a chainsaw.
Do you want to do the intro, Drew? With your.
Okay.
He did the intro last time.
He did. He did do
But
the intro last time. Nathan, get over here. Get your fat lazy ass over here so we can do the fucking intro. You goddamn lazy man.
you goddamn hypocrite. Hypocrite.
Nathan, you're not going to be able to get in here through. Whatever. You have to go through Drew's house.
No, because remember last time I built the thing from the house.
Oh. I'm the goddamn cabin man. I'm thinking about leaving this as a giant hall. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, Nathan, do the intro so we can get
Well,
Minecraft.
it's your turn.
Goddamn it, why
Your
did
turn.
fuck you. Just so you know, I'm flipping you off.
Okay, good. I'm team.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ambient Minecraft. That is officially the title of this series, because I feel it's,
Oh, is it now?
yes, that's what I've called it. This is its name. Because we don't talk a lot, and it's quite ambient, so this is, Ambient Minecraft.
Fucking jump didn't kill me.
Oh,
No.
Lol, you guys suck at falling to your deaths.
actually, I'm pretty good at it. I'll make it
I'll
now.
have you know.
All right,
So many
Ambient.
practice.
Yeah, because there are times where we just all of a sudden we're just
We're
deep
really
in our
quiet.
project.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this isn't Minecraft, like, super exciting. Oh my god, you have to watch it, Minecraft. This is ambient Minecraft. This is...
This
If
just
you
if you
wanna
want
watch
like
it,
something to watch.
We would definitely encourage you to watch it, mainly because we made it. But, we don't mind.
Yeah, we
if you
put our
don't.
hearts into it.
We don't mind if you do.
And I put my money into it.
He did put his money into it. It's ambient Minecraft.
Maybe you shouldn't watch it at all.
So Nathan, why don't you give us an update on what you've been up to on the other side of the this place?
I've been building.
Jesus!
I would never have guessed this. I couldn't
Okay,
have
see,
guessed
I went more, I don't know, just, dude.
I didn't realize you were actually here, so when you said Jesus, I thought you were saying as a joke. You haven't had. Okay, so I'm going to give you like a tour of the idea. Okay, so you're going to be upstairs. There'll be corridors that lead into
Hang
enemies.
on a minute. Hang on. Has he done a whole shit ton more?
Like, come and have a look.
I'm coming.
No,
How do I...
I'm not.
Ridiculous.
Now, Emma, nothing I've done outside of recording. It's all. There it is again. Where is it? You saw it.
How do I get down to you? Same way?
Go to that mountain and then just try and fall in.
Okay, so same way to get into your house at the moment. Oop.
Yeah.
You've carved this out quite nicely. So a lot of space.
Yeah, it's not half done. This is only one room. You wait till I get outside and actually get the back bit. I've got a below bit I need to do. I've got
Fuck,
a whole idea.
I might as well just give myself some more room as well.
Might as well.
I didn't realize we were gonna. I thought we were only just gonna do like little things. I didn't realize this is fucking cool though. I will admit.
It's a lot of work.
Nathan heard. Drew, you said we were building an underground base, and Nathan said, "Okay."
Yeah,
And then he
underground
Nathan,
bases
I'm
are
building an
fucking
underground
cool.
labyrinth. If you find
I'm
that
excited
cavern,
to do that.
if you find that cavern, don't go into it. You'll never find yourself out of it because I can't. Every time I go into that that mine cavern, I cannot find my way out of it again.
What? How about I do anyway?
Do it. You won't. You've changed.
Yeah, you're right.
Are there any zombies around? I want to drown some zombies. I don't think there are any zombies around. It's really disappointing when you build a zombie trap and then no zombies spawn so you can drown them in your trap. I'm gonna need to leave a door here so that I can get back in case the worst happens. I wonder. I think I can. Oops. That's not where I wanted that.
What did you do, boy?
What?
What did you do?
He edited his character, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, did it show up?
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it showed up. No,
Cool.
No, I was just having a look because I made my character earlier,
Oh yeah.
and but the like menu thing is so fucking weird and just annoying to use.
Yeah, it's not a good system.
Yeah. Well, that's Minecraft. Yeah. I just heard every fucking elitist fan of Minecraft just rage at me.
Honestly, even if you are a fan of Minecraft, you gotta admit that the system that they have in place is buggy as all fuck.
Hmm.
And that's no offense. I mean, it's a good game, but holy
yeah,
shit.
every game is.
Yeah, well, it's funny because there was nothing wrong with the original skin menu, and then they added then they did a different one with so that you can when they added the whole edit, make your own character thing, and it's like, well, the other one was fine or if you had like purchase stuff, which
Yeah.
now most of them you can't even use on like servers and that when you could before,
Yeah.
which is dumb.
Yeah. Didn't I also hear somebody talking like they had made it so you had to? Oh wait, no, that was Skyrim. Skyrim decided that for a little while they were gonna charge people to apply mods to Skyrim.
Oh no, yeah, that's
They
still
didn't
a
get
thing.
away with that. They couldn't get away with that because
Oh no, that's still around. That's actually been implemented.
no. If it's something that a player has built, they can't do that because that violates copyright laws.
No,
Yep.
but I'm gonna say they did it anyway because that's what Creation Club
for a
is.
little. That's what Creation Club is, yes, but that isn't what other people have built. I think that's some mods that they have built, like skins.
No, some of them are actually community built mods,
Oh shit.
and I know because on Fallout 4, some of them actually list the usernames in the description.
Do they do the same for Fallout?
Yeah, that's how I know it's still there. It's Fallout 4.
Oh,
because there's
damn.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of stupid, especially when you get like if you go on the Xbox One or even just normal PC version,
Mm.
the standard PC version, like most of the stuff that are in the Creation Club, it's like I'm pretty sure I can just get a mod for that
Yeah.
without having to pay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Mm.
what's the fucking point? And the only thing is, if you're on PS4 with PS4 mods, it's all it. Sony had this thing where they wouldn't allow people to add files in.
Yeah.
So mods in the PS4 had already have pre-existing game content to be modified,
Yeah.
so you couldn't add anything onto it. So literally, the Creation Club was the only source of proper mods for the PS4 version or more
Shit.
content.
Because a lot of
But I never
people,
bought. But
especially for Skyrim, just are like, I wouldn't play it without mods. I know that's a common thing that happens because a l- vanilla Skyrim isn't bad. It's just it's not graphically up to. Ooh, so that's where this leads. It's not graphically up to like par with newer games. And if you can enhance that, why not? Hello again.
Okay. Hello, hello, comrade Nicky Noah. I see problem with door.
What's the problem with the door?
Big draft come in. I don't know why I'm rushing.
Yeah,
One of
the
the
windows
questions you
don't
have
work as
to.
walls, but who cares? Yeah, I think they got sued big time for doing what they did.
The
Yep, I think so.
yeah.
Well, doing what they did. What? Well, you got to be more specific than that because I'm pretty sure they went to court quite a few times for a few things, and most of them seem to come from Fallout 76.
Yeah.
How about
I still remember the
everything
whole
they
canvas bag issue. You know, with the very, very rare canvas
did?
that is very, very hard to acquire.
It was just that cheap silicon stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'd seen the cheap nylon bag with it. They did later on when someone pointed it out and people just went raging about the fact that they lied about the fact that the canvas bag isn't
Yeah,
not
it's not.
part of it and they didn't want it.
There's nothing special about the canvas bag.
We did get our canvas bags though. I've got mine right here in my hands.
Well, you got
The
it,
thing is,
but you weren't happy with the actual quality of it.
oh no, the canvas bag's all right.
I've heard that people weren't happy with the quality of the bag.
Really?
Mm.
I just know about the nylon one being shit. But
Which will be
now I'm
what we're
looking at.
talking about.
See, I'm looking at the nylon one with the helmet inside and the canvas bag one, and I just kind of realized that the canvas one is actually smaller than the nylon bag one.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Much
even.
smaller.
Actually, I'm going to check that right now. I think the helmet won't be able to fit in the canvas bag one. You know, the whole point of the canvas bag was to have the helmet in it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the first time I've opened this bag.
Oh my
Like,
god.
there could have been something some shady Bethesda hidden stuff in there, and I would have not known.
Mm.
He's
Yeah,
talking
sure
about.
enough, this helmet
Okay.
doesn't actually, it just barely fits in the helmet, the bag. Oh no, no, it's alright. Ish.
Ish.
You can
It
tell
was
something's in there.
it was designed to. The bag was made for that helmet, right?
Well, that was the whole Well, it could be the same size, actually. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah, the canvas bag, as advertised back then,
Mm.
as originally advertised, excuse me, was supposed to come with a canvas bag to put the helmet in.
Yeah.
Instead, yeah, we've got a cheap nylon one,
Mm.
which is big. It is huge. I think they might actually be the same size. It just might look smaller.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean that would have been absolutely shit if it turned out that the canvas bag didn't actually fit the helmet in there.
Yeah.
I mean that would have been pointed out on the internet anyway, and people would have just been like, well, now you've just kind of fucking.
Now you're just making a joke of the whole thing.
I mean, they started making a joke when they released Fallout 76. And it was downhill from that for over a year.
Hmm. Which is disappointing because I heard a lot of people were super excited for Fallout 76.
Yeah, me and Nathan. Fallout, but multiplayer.
Mm.
That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then you have Bethesda develop it
They
with an
have
engine.
made good games. They have.
Had.
Well, yes.
See, the thing
I thought
is,
Nathan was
what
actually
one
going to
of them-
say, well, yes, but actually, no.
Well, I mean, they did
Yeah.
make
And it
Fallout.
really is. It really is true, Emma. It is yes, but actually no. The engine. How buggy is Skyrim? Answer me that.
It depends on
Here we go.
on what you're doing. God, it's
Exactly.
so fucking buggy. Holy shit, it's so fucking buggy. I was playing with a mod.
Let's put it this way.
I was playing with a mod just like a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days actually. It happened today basically. I was playing around, and I was playing with a mod, and one of the mods is like the familiar the follower like companion mod. It, it basically breaks one of the side quests.
Yeah.
The side quest becomes basically ridiculously
Unplayable.
hard to. Well, no, you have to input a code to get the side quest to actually function like it's supposed to.
And that would be hard if you're on a console version because.
Exactly, you can't input codes. It's ridiculous.
It's a weird
Yeah, well, the
fact
problem
of
with Fallout 76 was that the game was developed on the exact same engine, a modified engine of the Fallout 3. The same one they'd used for well past something amount of years, which was not going to be was not fit to run a multiplayer game on that scale.
Yeah.
It was like you saw through its cracks and a lot like Skyrim and Fallout 3 and then even Fallout 4 because it's so not developed, and that was for single player. So multiplayer, like, it was gonna fail.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially with the rush time thing they did, because they did the announcement and then they'd be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be released later this year. The same thing they did with Fallout 4, but I don't think they gave it enough time.
No. It doesn't sound like they gave it any time, actually.
Well, it's Bethesda again.
It's really weird how, the way I look at it, it's really weird that how merciful a lot of people were with Skyrim.
It's because
well.
It's because Skyrim was actually fun and well put together. I feel that's why we're so forgiving of Skyrim, because it is a good game. At the end of the day, you you do always go back to it and enjoy the experience, you know? I don't think I've played Skyrim and like hated playing it because there was a weird glitch or, I don't think I've ever gone into it and just been like, no, I don't want to play this anymore because it's broken. Because they did a good job making the NPCs, the different like side characters are always very interesting. Yeah, they did a good job with it, you know?
Yeah,
Mm.
back in 2011.
Yeah.
And this is, yeah. There's also the difference between the fact that um, Skyrim was, despite the fact that it was a bit buggy, it was a single player game.
Mm.
It was on PS3 and Xbox 360 for consoles,
Yeah.
and whatever, I don't know the specs about the thing, but if it was on 360 and Xbox 360 and PS3, then, you know, I mean, I know at the time it would have been high tech, but not compared to PS4 and Xbox
No.
One. And yeah, so, and it was only certainly, it wasn't as heavily modified to try and run something that it was ill-equipped to.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that Skyrim's, I'm not sure about its writing, but it's definitely better than Fallout 76. It has to be, because Fallout 76 doesn't really have much writing to it.
Yeah.
At the time of its launch, there was no NPCs. The whole idea was that every player was the NPC. They can do whatever they want, make their own shop and all this other shit,
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
as far as I'm aware, would be very hard looking back at
Yes,
it.
but
But
it's a neat idea, but that's all it is, an idea.
yeah, and other games have done that and managed to probably do it better. The thing is, you don't go into Fallout. I don't think if you want to go out to Fallout, or many people would want to go into Fallout doing those things.
No. I think
You'd
the
want
whole
to
idea with
explore.
Fallout was to enjoy a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, you're just a wanderer in a wasteland. You're not a fucking merchant.
Mm.
Like, God help that if you could do that. Like, if you did that. Yeah,
There was a
it's
lot
just
of things wrong with it, wasn't there? A lot of things people got upset about.
Yeah, there was so many server crashes. There's also the fact that its launch was just fucking weird. What Bethesda did. Well, basically, Todd Howard and the rest of Bethesda and ZeniMax tried to do promised a lot of things about the game, but didn't really live up to it as much.
Mm.
Because even the story in it is, you just find the overseer. I never bothered with that because I thought, what ends up happening? I'm not going to find the overseer. She's going to be dead long before I find her.
Mm.
Because and apparently, and then I heard from one of my coworkers who I was playing the game with that there was an NPC, and I was like, wait, a human NPC? Yeah, and you do hear her. And I was like, what? And it turned out to be just a robot.
Okay.
And it wasn't really much of an NPC character.
Mm.
And I was like, well, okay. Well, fuck, what now? I mean, there was the thing, and plus there was also that whole thing where, just for the sake of I guess, gameplay-wise,
Mm.
they decided to redo a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the lore in it.
Oh, that's never good.
So yeah, one of the main things, the main one was the Brotherhood of Steel. In Now, the Brotherhood of Steel in the Fallout universe had already been established in the original Fallout 1.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what year or who made it, but it was, yeah, essentially it was already, the existing story was already made.
Yeah.
Um, the Brotherhood formed in a certain part of the United States, post-apocalyptic, and didn't emerge until a few years after the bombs fell.
Yeah.
In Fallout 76, it takes place 25 years after the bombs fell.
Yeah.
In West Virginia. Now, it has a Brotherhood in that game.
Mm.
The Brotherhood faction. Not NPCs, but it does have. You are able to join the Brotherhood from that point. At
Yeah.
that point, and how it works is that, well, I don't know how, but somehow the Brotherhood from what was it, from fucking California, managed to make its way to West Virginia.
Mm.
Or I don't know. They managed to make it to. From what I heard, it somehow managed to make it from one side of America to the other side.
During the
And
post-apocalypse.
yes,
Yeah,
but the thing
that's
is,
reasonable.
yeah, but they would have had to done this just before because the whole NPC things, they would have had to done this before you the Vault Dweller got out, which was supposedly exactly 25 years after the bombs fell.
Yeah.
So that means it was before 25 years. And as far as I know, the Brotherhood didn't leave their little cave thing until well after 25 years.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And all of a sudden you can find, and I think it was they tried to retcon it that it was a scouting party. But then it's like, well, why is a scouting party got a fucking anti-air division and, like, enough armor and weapons to fucking occupy the city?
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, basically. So a lot of the fans of the original or even just the newcomer fans who love the lore didn't appreciate that because it's just retconning the lore of it just for the sake of having the faction in there.
Yeah. No, that's ridiculous, and that's one of the things that you probably shouldn't touch when you've got a game, especially one that has a set lore. It's just
Yeah.
when you mess with the lore, you mess with your fans, because they've got this. Oh yeah, this happens then, and this happens then, and that means this happens like this, and it's a lot of fun
Yeah.
to get into the lore of games, but it's less fun when they decide, no, that didn't happen, and the game developers they don't really see it as a problem, but it is.
Yeah. Not much of a problem. I'm pretty sure it's a big fucking problem, mate. Yeah, because that's what bloody whatchamacallit Star Wars has done now.
Well, to be fair, Star Wars is now officially owned by a different company.
Yes, but doesn't excuse. But here's the thing:
No, it
that's
doesn't
also the
excuse,
same
no.
for Fallout, because the Fallout universe was created by a different company, and then Bethesda managed to buy it. It's the same situation.
Yeah, no, it doesn't excuse anything. It's just
Yeah.
it is worthy to note that they are
A different.
a
They
different
are
entity, and they might have a different plan for the franchise, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good plan.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, retconning a lot of things and making the already existing Star Wars movies seem stupid is not a good plan.
Nope.
Because what is it?
Not.
The Force healing. The Force healing is the most stupidest fucking thing ever now. Because it's like, oh, it's apparently an easy skill to learn. That's quite interesting because why the fuck, as everyone has and the grandma has pointed out, did Anakin not use it on fucking Padme, his mother? Why didn't Obi-Wan use it on Qui-Gon Jinn when he was fucking bleeding out his organs out? Like, don't... And then they try and make Rey look, what was it? They tried to make Rey seem like the badass Jedi and stuff. Everything she does is not Jedi-ish. Fuck,
Mm.
it's even like how Luke. I know that in the original series, Luke, most of the things Luke did wasn't even Jedi-esque, but it's like, yeah, there's a difference between the fact how Luke's character was written and how Rey's is, which is in a cross between edgy Dark Lord or
Yeah.
whatever Disney was, Catherine
There's
Kennedy or whatever.
there's a weird like need for movies to have this overpowered hero. You know, it's so strange because anime does it. So movies have started like adapting it a bit, like the super edgelord, super overpowered character. But nobody likes that character in anime, you know? That one character that is so overpowered he can't be touched. Especially when
There are
they're
only
the main
sometimes,
character. You know,
yeah,
they
I
become
know there are a lot of animes that do it, but then they try and make like there's one trait about him that makes him like that just counters everything
yeah,
somehow.
because that's how things work. But yeah, no, that's what anime likes to do, and it's not a good trait in anime. It's really not.
Yeah, Jesus, Nathan. Sorry, Nathan, I can see your name tag. Are you still in your base?
Yeah, I'm still. Are you making caves? Because I'm going to continue out this way.
Oh my god.
I'm not done. I'm not. I've got 2 months worth of production here, mate.
Oh, Lord. I guess I'll just build my little bit, and then I guess I'll leave Nathan to his.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's probably for the
If you
best.
I
want,
don't
you can
need as
choose
much.
another.
That's the
You
thing
can
is, I
choose.
don't need as much.
You can choose another mountain if you want. Let me
Fuck it, I'll choose an island.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm choosing an island.
You
Don't
just
make
start
me
hearing
choose.
the boot up theme for Animal Crossing New Horizon.
This will be my horizon.
But yeah, I love Star Wars. Not a big hardcore fan of it, but I am hardcore enough to like hate some of the Disney stuff
Yeah, a lot of people actually
because
like a lot of the Disney stuff, and I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars fan to begin with, so I can't really say whether or not it's good or bad because I haven't actually gone and bothered to watch any of the new,
well
movies.
the movie. Let's just say, is from what I know, and I guess my own experience.
Oh
The
my god, I
Mandalorian,
smell it.
the show that's good. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
good. I enjoy that.
Yeah, and because a lot of people were raving on about it, and I decided to watch. I was like, okay, let's see how good it is, and I was like, oh fuck, this is some good shit.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Yeah. What is it? The Force Awakens. Just gonna die over here.
Yeah, don't worry.
Good.
Force
Good.
Awakens. The Force Awakens. I don't know. That The Force Awakens is alright-ish, but at the same time, it seemed a bit. I think the argument was the story in it is no different than uh start like the original um A New Hope. It was literally just the New Hope, but now the Disney version.
Oh yeah.
But I won't. I'm not sure. Some people hate it, some people like it. But it was the Last Jedi, I think, where it was for like the main trio of movies. That was like the killer point because, as Nathan, as me and you went and gone and seen it during
Yeah.
the thing, there wasn't many people in the cinema. Uh, there was also. It was just horrible. It was boring.
Oh, okay.
They introduced.
Well, see, this is actually something good for Emma because the director's actually really good, and I should know he made Knives Out. and he just was in
Wasn't
the
good
wrong
enough to
movie.
save that
He
movie.
was in the wrong movie.
It sometimes it doesn't come
Well, actually, to
down.
be fair, it wasn't the wrong movie. It was the wrong studio because this is the pro. Because well, this is also the same thing with the Force Awakens and even the Rise of Skywalker. Disney didn't unlike the whole Marvel bit. Disney didn't want uh the directors for the Star Wars to have too much creative freedom. They
Yeah.
wanted they wanted the Star Wars movies to follow set things that just yeah.
Yeah, Disney have full control over any of their properties. They don't like to give too much freedom to the directors because it's if it goes against the Disney brand, they could lose face quite easily and lose a lot of fans that they have. So,
Yeah, well, guess what? They do, do, not doing that ended up losing them probably their whole fucking like I don't
Yeah,
know what it's
which is
now become
strange
the thing that
because
Disney is just an absolute joke.
they're still making good stuff though.
it's strange because they
Good.
didn't do that with Marvel. They
Sorry?
took risks with Marvel, and that paid off.
With what?
Hmm.
Sorry.
They
Marvel.
took risks with Marvel.
The different yeah, but here's the thing. For some reason, which is baffles me that they didn't they allow more creative freedom for Marvel than the Disney brand, which is weird.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, because well, as far as I'm aware, it's because of the head of Marvel being very very strict with Disney, and they've just at this point because of the success of Iron Man and all the other movies, they've just kind of left the Marvel series alone
Oh shit.
Hmm.
to a certain degree because
Oh shit.
yes, if you and especially at the yeah you've gone to the edge of the mountain I know
No, I've gone to the edge of the. I'm outside. Shit.
yeah
I
I
didn't
know
even know something was on the side. Damn it.
that's why it's
I
funny
have to think that. Um. Hmm,
but
hmm.
yeah it's
Hmm. I
yeah
I don't know. I think Disney exclusively owns Star Wars now, so that might be why they haven't got a lot of. They're not allowing a lot of freedom when it comes to Star Wars.
mm.
I think I can build this way for a while.
Well it's weird because Star Wars is such a loved series and then they just go and try and well, it's more to do with its Lucasfilm's um, dare I say, president, because Catherine Kennedy or something Kennedy or I don't know, she hasn't earned my respect enough to, or anyone's respect to actually warrant remembering her name.
Fair.
Essentially, she's a or what I've gathered, or well not gathered, but what I've read, as far as I'm aware, um, she was a friend to George Lucas
Yeah.
and he allowed her to become president of it when Disney bought over,
Yeah.
trusting her with the series,
Yeah.
only for her to basically just spit in his mouth
Mm.
and decide to take the series into a weird direction because that's also where we got Star Wars Rebels from, which is the supposed successor to Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Mm.
But Star Wars Rebels, it wasn't entirely horrible, but they it's that whole thing with the societal agendas now becoming the
Oh,
norm.
right, like SJWs and shit.
Yeah, basically that. And the whole NPC in it or Unity or whatever.
NPC versus Russian bots. It's nicknames for the extremists of the left and right
Yeah,
wings of America. I
yeah, well,
um I've heard a bit about them because I watched a few YouTube videos just I don't know how or when I did, but I did. So now I know
Drugs, drugs,
things.
drugs.
But yeah, so it's that it's yeah, it's all again,
Yeah, and
it's
it's
all that stuff,
how do you
and it's all
say?
that messaging stuff, those types of messages, which is
Yeah,
also why that kind of the Ray has become this like fucking the horrible character, despite the fact that she seems so I don't know, she seemed a little bit promising
yeah,
in The Force Awakens, especially with Daisy Ridley. Um, but then they just go and make her. I don't know. They just end up making her out to be some kind of fucking asshole, um, angsty bitch,
yeah.
and try and say, "Oh, she's powerful and the best Jedi," and it's like, well, no, no, she's not.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah,
Just
stop
no.
it. Get some help. It's like I don't know. It's weird, and I think they tried to. They ended up learning that she's not very much liked, and I think one of the Twitter polls because they asked who was a better Jedi, Rey or Ahsoka Tano, which was one of the character creators for the Star Wars: The Clone Wars
Mm.
TV series, and people just voted for it was just 96% people voted for Ahsoka Tano. Basically there was no competition. It's like Ahsoka Tano is the best Jedi. Why? Because we saw her grow, and she grew as a proper character.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then all of a sudden, spoiler alert, well, years ago, she ends up leaving the Jedi Order because she doesn't trust them.
Mm.
And a certain event in the Clone Wars series that happened,
Yeah,
she loses her trust and leaves the Order just to help find herself
yeah,
and stuff. And that's also where we picked up with the new the final season that got brought back with the new arc where Ahsoka we picked back up where that left off with Ahsoka just going out into the world,
yeah,
no longer trying to hide the fact that she's a Jedi, and you see that, and you're
yeah,
like, this is a character. This is like a character a lot of the audience since 2007,
yeah,
which when the Star Wars Clone Wars movie came out, 2 years after Revenge of the Sith,
yeah.
we saw this character grow
Mm.
throughout the series.
Yeah,
She started off as like a naive, like energetic, enthusiastic Padawan, and then we see her become this mature, wise Jedi.
Mm.
And then I mean, you do see her appear in Star Wars Rebels, which and is with Captain Rex from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and
Yeah.
you can see that she's matured, and then she's become I think a grey Jedi,
Mm.
which is like
yeah,
a Jedi in between um, Jedi and Sith,
Yeah.
and she becomes this thing where she's balanced with but still good, and you're like, she's good, she's so cool, she's a Jedi, and then you look at Rey and you're like, oh, they put every bad quality they could into you, didn't they? I feel like, holy shit. They ended up making her fucking origin ambiguous, and then finally revealing it, which made really no sense whatsoever. Um, with the fact that she ended up being a Palpatine.
Mm.
Um, what else? She was just angry most of the time. She didn't know. Somehow she was a powerful Force user because they liked that Disney wanted to introduce even more powerful Force users. They could beat, you know, all the other ones somehow. They tried, and
Yeah.
the,
It sounds like a bad fan fiction.
basically, yeah, this Disney just made like very bad fan fiction, especially with the Rise of Skywalker. Because as far as I know, they actually made Kylo um and Rey a thing, which was something a lot of like some of those fans put art in.
Mm.
And Nathan, you're just about to hit into my underground bit.
There's no truth of this. It can't be.
Probably. Okay, you've
It
gone away
can't
now.
be. Because I'm in my underground bed. I'm nowhere near it, mate.
Well, anyway, yeah, yeah, they made that just for just to please the stockholders or whatever. Shareholders, sorry, shareholders.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing. But speaking of Ahsoka Tano, she is getting her first live action, or as far as I'm aware, first live action appearance in Mandalore season 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is she? That'll be cool.
Yeah, I know, and I was like, oh fuck yeah! Let's hope it's actually written by someone who knows the character.
Chances of
tell
that are
them.
so low.
Oh yeah, there was also the Solo movie. That's a weird one. Rogue One seemed alright.
Mm.
I heard a lot of people. I remember a lot of people hating on it at first, but then now all I've seen is a lot of people kind of like liking it,
Yeah.
or some aspects of it. Rogue One.
That was okay. It gave us the best Vader scene.
Oh, absolutely. That was.
I've heard a lot of people praising the Darth Vader scene because he doesn't get a lot of time to show how actually powerful he was.
No, it's like the few scenes you see of him. It's just Darth Vader being Darth Vader, and then the final scene you see of him, it's like it literally is Darth Vader being Darth Vader at his best, and you're just like, fuck. You know who Darth Vader is now.
Yeah. It does like incense that he actually was powerful when he was at his
When he
full
wasn't even
power.
trying.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like Star Wars doesn't bring that across really well in the original.
No, but there was a reason for that.
Yeah. I didn't say there wasn't a
It was
reason, I
because,
just said it just, it seemed like...
yeah. Yeah, when you look at him, you're like, he doesn't seem all that powerful. Like, you only just know that he's powerful by the fact that of his presence. But you don't really entirely see him do much. Like, the first time you see him do battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's because of the whole lightsaber props back then. They're just literally just, like, waving sticks at each other a little bit. And then in Empire Strikes Back, you see him fight Luke, and it's a little similar, but you see a lot more. Then by the Return of the Jedi, I think it was only the final battle scene that you see him do any action. But it was more just standoff things.
Yeah.
It was in the expansion.
You could say that was down to the props of the times, but
yeah, like the suit would have been hard to maneuver, and it's not as much like CGI or certain other things you have today where you can edit in the suit afterwards.
Yeah.
Like similar how to Iron Man, you see Robert Downey Jr. move with ease in the suit, but it's because you think, wow, that suit looks like it would be really like clunky to wear, and that's simply because he only wears like the torso, a portion of the torso piece, and then he has ball caps on him, and they animate the thing afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, which that we're able to do that because we have the technology.
We do have.
We can build it. We have the technology.
But yeah, but I think the best portrayal so far of or I could be missing comics as well, or I definitely am. But from what I've seen, is the Jedi Fallen Order one. Have you seen that, Nathan?
I'm thinking. Give me a
Jedi
second. It's the video game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had a few problems with that because that should have been amazing, but it wasn't.
Yeah. It was alright. But the Darth
Well,
Vader scene,
no, sorry. That should have been
really?
amazing. True, it should have been a sad story. The character should have died. And
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Darth Vader's epic announcement of just showing up, stabbing the fool, should have been it. You just fighting as long as you can until death.
But here's the thing. I think it works perfectly because that is quite literally the only thing you could do. You can't like Darth Vader's not a boss. It's not a boss fight. It's not like Doom where you fight the Icon of Sin. No, your only chance of survival is running, and you do that, and Vader's just using the Force fucking with you, and then you think you escape, and then oh no, he appears, and he's like, "Sup, bitch," and and it's only due to luck and the whole Force thing that the characters manage to escape. And plot armor, but
Plot armor.
that's why I like it, and yeah, that's why I like it, and a lot of other people seem to as well. It's the fact that it goes from a hack and slash type of game to a survival horror. You don't fight Darth Vader; you run from him.
Darth
There's
Vader
nothing
fights
you
you
can
at
do.
best.
No, he doesn't.
No,
He
Darth
doesn't even
Vader
need to fight you.
is-
He literally just.
Sorry,
He's like,
it
fuck. I don't even need.
it was a joke from a different thing. Don't mind me.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, and that kind of is like what in Rogue One was, and that scene with Rogue One. Like you try and fight him. It's not. It's survival. It's just survival horror. He just slowly walks towards you,
He'll
and
just
you can do
stop.
everything.
The first thing
What was
you
that?
hear is his breathing.
Yeah,
And
then he just appears and he's like, "You have failed me, Inquisitor." And then he's just like, "It would be wise to surrender." And then you try and attack him, and then he fucking force grabs you and he's like, "Nah, bitch."
no, bitch, I got you.
Yeah, and then you try, and then it gives you a prompt to try and fight back, and then you do it, and then he catches the thing that he stops you from doing, trying to fight back.
Mm.
Like he's stronger than you, and then he throws you, and then it's like, oh, okay, your only option is to run now, run as fast as you can,
Yeah.
and he still catches up to you, and it's only because of like, it kind of makes sense, the whole suit technical thing, that you are able to escape him, otherwise you'd be fucked, you're just done.
I liked when Vader met Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, and the Rebels,
Yes.
that was good. That's another good one.
Hmm.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
Wait.
Yeah, because it's like that scene is like you know those two characters and who they are, knowing that they were to, had fought together and stuff, and then you're just like, oh really? And then you see that like the one moment that Ahsoka does end up confirming who Darth Vader is, and she's like, Anakin? And it's like, oh, stop it. Like, too much.
She's
Too
like,
much.
I won't leave you. I'm not this
Then
time.
you will-
And you will die.
and then he goes back to Darth Vader, and it's like, and then, like, as far as you're aware, Ahsoka doesn't leave him.
Hmm.
So far as you know.
Yeah, well, and later on in a few episodes, you find out that, well, not spoiler alert, but yeah, she does survive, but it was in a weird way.
Does this loop around?
Probably.
I could probably make it loop around. Hmm.
But the Star Wars, yeah, it's complicated, that Star Wars stuff, because
Mm.
I mean, even with the expanded universe stuff, it was complicated. But
Sounds
then
like
this
it.
is like a yeah. But the Disney stuff, its complication is more of we're just going to invent new things that so retcon a lot of things, things that existed in the universe,
Yeah.
but you've never seen them happen in the fucking series,
Yeah.
and it's never explained.
Oh, that's the best part. I do love it when
There's
they
some
don't bother explaining what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
It's my
there are some things they
favorite.
do introduce, but yeah, they do introduce a few things, but then they make it and then they do make some sense of why it wasn't in the original trilogy, and you're like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Like the U-wings. Oh, Nathan.
I'm coming to you now.
This is my base.
Good. I now have a place to. I can now escape. Ah, poo. Okay. Can you find me an entrance? I'm
I have
very
no
lost.
entrance.
You gotta find me somewhere where I can put myself so I can get out. I have nothing.
Oh, okay.
Brother! I am
Get
pinned.
in here. But
So now I just gotta make sure that this loops.
where is this? Oh,
What
listen
about
to you.
the
Oh. Ah.
See?
Oh, hello, Lily. Hi.
It's
Ah,
Lily.
Hi, yo, Lily girl.
Lily. I'm
Hi.
free. 6 months
Hey,
trapped in that hellhole.
6 months. What are
it's
you
only
talking
2
about?
weeks.
Hi. Did you want to go outside?
No, I want to
All right,
see your drone.
I'll make the little entrance bit there a little nicer.
Okay,
You can go outside if you
make
want to go outside. I don't mind. Ooh, there are people next door. You going outside?
then.
Because if you're not going outside, I'm closing the curtain and the window at the same time with my pro
Good
master
man.
skills.
Oh, are you now? I believe you.
You really must stop falling from high places, Nathan.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say that about your cat. You must learn to stop falling from high places, Lily Grim.
Bye, yo, Lily Grim.
Bye, Lily. I know where you live.
But you don't
Same.
know where she goes.
To your house.
Drug.
No, I mean when she leaves my house.
Outside your
no,
house.
Even I don't know where she
Okay.
goes when she leaves.
Mhm.
Right, let's see if I can't make this loop. And then we can make it wider. Actually, how far away is the edge of this mountain?
What is another topic? Try and make this less
Yeah,
ambient.
this is really good. That was a really good topic.
That
Well done,
was.
Drew.
It's probably because Drew was
Shame
so
that-
passionate about Star Wars and.
It's
I
funny,
know,
I've-
let's find
I
out
never
what we're passionate about.
I never thought I'd be that passionate about Star Wars. But somehow I was.
Nor did Emma, but look at her.
Sorry?
Nor did Emma, but look at her.
About what?
About Star Wars.
Oh.
Honestly, there's a lot of things you don't think you get into until you try them out, you know? I found that.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, no,
Sorry,
you
go ahead, Drew.
go. Oh, you go. You go.
I
Fine,
found.
I'll get it. You're both wanky.
Then go, Nathan.
continue.
We're not going to stop you from talking. Just don't mind the red dot on your forehead.
He's
Good.
Indian?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
But I found a lot of the time, with topics, you don't know what you're going to be passionate about until you try it out.
Yeah.
Because I found that with anime, especially, you don't know what you're going to like until you actually watch it. You can't just assume that you won't like it.
Hmm.
You don't know
which
what
a
you're
lot of
getting
people
into,
do.
and sometimes it can be garbage. I have watched a fair amount of garbage, but I feel that had nothing to do with the topic, and I've strayed the conversation away.
That's alright. But one of the things I was going to say is, I never thought I'd be into Star Wars when I was young. It was the only thing that got me into Star Wars. Believe it or not, was Lego.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Lego Star Wars video games,
Mm.
to be more precise, because that's what I played, and because I love Lego.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? And but I never saw Star Wars, and I never knew what Star Wars was about, so I was always kind of on the fence-ish about it until I watched the original series and then the Clone Wars, and I was like, oh fuck, I love this shit. Need more. I need my daily dose.
Mm. Ooh, what's this then? This is the edge of the mountain again, isn't it?
Same thing with Indiana Jones and even Batman. It's because of
Oh,
the Lego
really?
video
Batman
game.
of all things.
Yeah, I was
I
because
got
of
into
the Lego Batman.
I got into Batman by my mate who had the Arkham Asylum.
Oh, the game.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I got into. That's how I got into all of Batman.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'll fill that in completely.
yeah, because the Arkham
Stairs.
series was pretty good. It is pretty good.
The animated series is really fun to watch, actually.
Oh,
I,
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, the fucking beautiful.
It was so good. I don't need that there.
Look at Mark
I
Hamill's
don't need
Joker
this here.
Yeah,
and Kevin Conroy's bloody Batman.
Mm. See,
You
I've
just
always,
listen to that.
whenever
Oh,
I
sorry.
want to watch something like and just chill out and not think about it, I watch Justice League sometimes, and then I'm just like, I'm
Oh,
only here to watch Batman.
yeah, quite literally just everyone. With Batman. Yeah, because what is the joke? It's Justice League. I mean, I think you mean Batman and his bitches.
Yep.
And one thing I do remember about the that Justice League series is that with the writing of it, they had to make Superman. They had to depower Superman a lot of the
Oh
time.
my god, it was so obvious too. Every time I
Yeah,
watch
and
it,
by doing it, yeah, and they depowered him by making him really stupid. I think it was.
no, they made him like a really like above and beyond good person. Like, you know how
Oh yeah,
Superman's usually like a good person. They made him
yeah.
above and beyond good.
Hmm.
the very opposite of what they did with Injustice.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, fucking. That was the whole point of the Injustice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The Injustice was actually pretty good because what was you? You don't actually see much of that. You know, the whole Batman versus Superman thing is just a long-standing thing. But you never see like the evil Superman versus the good Batman unless it's Red Sun,
mm.
the Red Sun storyline.
I haven't seen that one, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's basically Russia.
Ooh, Russia.
So Soviet Superman,
Ooh, cool.
um, with Soviet Batman as well in one part. But it's mostly
Because
just the Superman part.
you can't, you can't do anything without bats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not actually a major thing in it though.
I
He's
know, but
just
he's still in it, which is funny to me.
yeah, it's a different take on the Batman. So it's not like a billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne with like high tech gadgets. It's
Yeah.
more someone else with the mantle of using the Batman thing.
Oh,
But
okay.
otherwise, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like um, the Green Lantern Corps is actually a U.S. Air Force division.
Huh. I mean, I think
Um,
in the animated series, the Green Lantern was uh, a pilot. In one of the versions, he was a pilot, so that kind of ties
yeah,
in.
all right. So, well, no, how it goes is Hal Jordan, one of the more, one of the, well, I guess there's three different Green Lanterns. Anyway, Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is a U.S. Air Force pilot.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember his name, but the black guy, Green Lantern, who you see a lot in the animated. Um,
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
one. Yeah, I can't remember. He was part of the United States Marine Corps, I think it
Hmm.
was.
See, whenever I think
Yeah,
about
but
an army like anything nowadays, I think about the Saga of Tanya the Evil, which is so much fun to watch. I showed Nathan that, and he wasn't convinced at first, and then he really got into it like I did. I thought that was
I don't think
great.
I've heard of it before, but
Tanya the
Saga of Tanya the Evil. Little girl is basically the captain of her own, like,
Oh yes, it is. Yes, she
oh,
is.
I remember.
I know. Yeah, I
yep.
remember. Yeah.
Everyone likes to
Yeah,
call her
yeah,
Lolly Hitler, but she's really not.
yeah,
It's actually a really good show. Oh, sorry, a really good
Because that's
anime,
yeah,
I
what
should
you
say.
called it.
Sorry.
yeah.
And
Because I just
because that's
remembered.
what you called it, that's how I know it as. Whenever
Yeah.
you say it,
Yeah, the lolly
that's
Hitler,
how you
the lolly
introduced to me.
Nazi. Ravioli, ravioli.
So,
Don't lose
so
the Nazi
basically, what I'm
lolly.
trying to tell you is it's all your fault.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it, but I do know parts of it. It's an isekai
Yes, it's an
thing, isn't it?
isekai, but it's an isekai done differently, which is a lot of fun to see. Like that
Yeah,
time I
because
got reincarnated as a slime is also a shit fun. Have you seen that time I got reincarnated?
of course I have. Love it. I love it. It's like you get reincarnated as a slime with like fucking
Yeah.
just devour, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna eat everything and gain its abilities and become the strongest slime ever.
I'm gonna be the very best. No one ever was.
No,
The
Nathan.
alternate title is
Nathan,
the
that's
slime that wished
Pokemon.
it could become.
I know. I know what I said.
Okay.
What happens when you watch Dragon Ball Z and play Dragon Quest at the same time?
What Pokemon?
No, the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Ah.
The slimes from Dragon Quest is what I'm referring to in Dragon Ball Z because you're overpowered as fuck.
Mm. Now that is funny as hell. Gotta keep that little circle.
Go, Power Rangers.
Have
Go,
you ever
go,
seen?
Jimmy.
Wait, no. Of course you've watched JonTron, so you would have seen JonTron's review of the
VR.
movie. That's basically rip off Power Rangers.
Oh yes, VR Troopers.
VR Troopers. Thank
That-
you, Nathan.
Not a movie, that's a series.
It's a TV series,
It
isn't
is
it?
a TV series.
It was an old cartoon. It was an old TV series.
Live
And
action. That's what they're like.
yeah, live action.
It's live action, yeah. Sorry, I watch a lot of live action. I know what they're called. I just want you to know that my tunnels are coming along nicely. But yeah, no, it was a weird live action, and I thought of it because Go Go Power Rangers is basically one of the jokes John makes. Oops.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, you come right back.
God damn it! I was literally thinking of ditching myself just to grab a drink, and Nathan goes and does it.
Oh dear. You can't all ditch at the same time.
Watch.
You son of a bitch. Not that one. Up, up. Oh man, I've been left by myself. Now I can do whatever I please.
I'm back.
I've killed
You thought I wouldn't ditch, but guess what? I did.
I
My
thought.
cup and my glass.
Oh, okay. You brought your drink to you.
Yes.
See, I think Nathan is getting lies in water. Nathan has this like drink in his fridge 24/7. That's just lies in water. I don't understand it. It's like Raro, but it's not Raro. So it's just lies in water.
And it's not like a brand that's like Raro. It's like
No, it's like
Raro that's been diluted through water for 1,000 centuries, and then you put the mix into.
Yeah, it's like
water.
Raro, but no flavor. Introducing the brand new Raro. We put less effort into it.
Water Raro. Tastes like water.
Water flavored Raro.
Yeah.
Nathan, we weren't talking about your lies in water in your fridge. No, not us, never.
Oh, that. Oh, yes, you should.
Oh,
Go
you
on.
absolutely serious, Nathan. That's
What?
cool. Nothing.
You inside.
What's that?
You absolutely inside. Yeah. Oh.
Now
I
this is
incorporated
getting
some
exciting.
Jesus, Nathan, come. Honestly, Nathan's just fucking batshit bonkers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, tell me something I don't know.
I know Nathan is batshit bonkers. So what about it?
Good point.
Oh, right.
Touche.
Touche.
Now, this will be the end-ish. Is that hole important? Nope, doesn't look like it. Boop. So yeah, Nathan, are you having lies in water?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because it's lies in water.
Exactly.
Oh my god. That could be funny as hell.
What are you up to?
I'm not making a maze.
Oh yeah.
Fire!
I believe you.
You should. I'm not. Definitely not. I would
Oh,
never
yeah.
make a maze underneath our base that's going to be weird and complicated.
Oh yeah. Keep talking. I believe you.
Why would I make a maze that's weird and complicated? I have nothing to benefit from a maze that's weird and complicated.
So Nathan, come here, and I'll show you. Bitch, I said come here, now get over here.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do this. What part of my house are you in?
I came in through the front door. I knocked. I swear. Alright.
This is nice.
Guess what I'm thinking of doing?
I'm looking
First
at
you
it.
go up the secondary steps.
That should.
So these
How
are
can
the
we find?
secondary steps. Leads you around.
We need a portal to the Nether somehow.
Yes, I actually thought of that. My original idea was the you know how I've got my front bit.
Oh,
To,
that.
but we can do yours if you want. I don't mind.
No, I like yours actually because that's cooler.
You go
Here,
here,
right.
you come from here, and then it'll be right here. This will be all covered in glass, so you can't fucking die. You can't go, oh, we're going to the Nether. Yee!
Actually, that's one thing I'm curious about. I'm going to quickly go on my Switch to test this out.
Right, you haven't even seen the. Have you seen the other floor? The bottom room?
What? Oh, I had a look before. Yeah, I saw the little. I saw this.
You saw it? You know what it is?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's just a
Good.
miniature version.
I know. I ran out of space, and I was like, shit. I didn't want it to be mapped. It's just going to be my room. Oh, this is mine. And I'll make this a nice thing. So what was... Sorry to be... I'm trying to bring my head around it. What's this meant to be based on?
What?
Nothing. It's just inspired by that what you've been doing, thinking, oh, make it like to enshrine to something.
Yeah,
But,
okay, I like that. I wondered if it was based on anything, because that's where I was going from all my memory, and nothing came up. I was like, come on, mate. Help me out here.
Oh no, I have
Brain
nothing
power.
to do with this one.
Brain power increased to 95%.
More. More.
So you have to go through there and around to get to the other side of this. You have to come through that way to get to there.
There we go. Keep going to make a little tower.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I know. I should mislead you and act the actual walls. Make you think it's going one way, but it's not going.
Oh, that's
that
right.
way.
We actually had a house.
Oh, that's right. We have a common enemy.
We have a place that we could actually live. We choose not to.
So how should I start this conversation?
How should you start which conversation?
Sweetie, what are you doing? You're not burning down the house, you know?
No, don't come to... what are you saying? I'm just, fixing up the walls.
Jesus.
And...
You're not making a complicated maze again, are you?
I'm fixing up the walls and making the floor look nicer.
Oh my god.
No,
And I'm...
motherfucking blur. What are you up to, woman?
Yeah, once again.
I'm doing nothing.
That's on screen now.
That is a bunch of bullshit, and you know it.
I got a text from Zoom. I got a text from Matt saying something isn't right. Go investigate. I was like, okay.
I'm doing
when you were telling
nothing.
lies, you know what I was literally going to do?
Oh my god, are you going through the walls? I'm going to make them a little bit more complicated, just for the fun of it.
Oh, for fun of it, alright.
So basically, what I'm going to force people to do is when they come down these stairs, they have to go all the way around my little maze in order to find this hole. So they have to go, thinking they're going to have to go this way, and then around...
You know, it could just easily be solved by doing a simple axe and pickaxe.
Oh. Why would you ruin my maze like that, though?
For the fun of it. You know what I was going to do before when you was saying I'm not doing anything. I was literally going to start singing the Emma like the Johnny telling lies.
No, I don't tell lies. I tell the non-truths.
I tell slightly altered lies.
Okay, shit. I
Dun,
tell
dun, dun.
lies.
Your house is such a bitch to get to. I kid you not.
Who, me?
Yes. The
Oh, wow.
fuck are you-
What?
What the fuck is this? No, I'm not sure.
Do you like my
So,
other
have you
sign? Come
actually
over here.
seen
Look
what
at this
you and me
little
have
sign.
made?
Look at this sign.
Have you actually seen
Look
what
at
you
this
and I
sign.
have made? Actually,
There's a
What
sign
sign?
down over there. Down and over there.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
Look
You're
at this.
probably
I
making
made a
it
hole in
obvious.
the wall. Do you know where this hole in the wall goes to?
Nowhere.
Too scared to ask.
She's leading me places.
I promise you, this hole in the wall goes somewhere.
Hole in the wall. Usually that's either a good sign or a bad sign.
Depends on the hole.
Well,
no?
I made the
Just
hole,
depends
so
on the
is it
hole.
good or is it bad?
Both. Drew and me are just making masterpieces. Emma is just snorting a shit ton of cocaine. And going, let's see how far we can go.
Oh, that cocaine she's snorting. I couldn't tell. Oh my god. Nathan, go back to that little area again.
Which one? My in my base, or
No, in my base.
I have to remember to get there. Yay.
What
Okay.
little area?
You have to actually see both our bases and go, why did I make such a mess?
Yeah, why did I ruin
This is
Nathan and
very
Drew's?
nice. This is a very
That is
nice
very nice.
house.
So very nice.
Oh, it's downstairs. Look at this.
One of the nicest dungeons I've ever seen. And then you come this way,
very-
Also,
Emma.
I just realised something, Nathan. Your character's eyes blink.
They do.
Yeah,
I
mine
swear
blinks.
his character's blinks. Oh, look at this. This is a very wide open space. And not maze-like at
Familiar.
all.
Once we're in the bloody Never, I'll be able to get glowstones and I can officially finish the TARDIS bit of it. So,
There's
I'm
a
on the
hole.
Switch version of Minecraft, just trying to test something out.
So this is how we get back up to the house. Cool. And then of course there's another section to this dungeon, but we don't speak about that section anymore. Not since we lost all the bodies.
David Kelly, I've never heard of her.
How dare you say such treachery? Heretic!
Oh my god,
Oh
Nathan,
shit, my
every
character's eyes
time.
blink too?
Huh?
What the fuck? I just saw
Yeah,
my
everyone's-
character's eyes blink.
Yeah,
They
Emma's the only
blink?
one that doesn't blink. She's the only
Hey!
one that's left.
So I'm the only one who doesn't blink?
Yeah, probably because yours is demon eyes.
Demon
They're not demon eyes. They're very nice and helpful eyes.
Your eyes
And
so bad.
they're not doing anything wrong. I swear.
You know who also says that? Satan.
Does he now? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're probably, wait a minute. That's exactly what Satan would want you to think.
Alright, so.
I thought you were about to say, wait a minute, that's exactly what Satan would say. And then I would have to reply,
Yeah.
I'm not Satan. I'm just as big as
Wait
fan.
a minute.
And Nathan cuts out for good. Damn. Or it was me? I think that was me.
Okay.
Oh,
Nathan,
okay.
come back to your base. I summon thee, my mighty hoe.
Hey Nathan, can you answer real quick? I can't hear you anymore. Nathan, can you hear me?
Ah, you two can't hear each other again.
Oh my freaking gosh! Oh,
He's left. He's coming back.
oh my god, why does this happen?
Yay!
There we go, and he's back. Why does that happen? What the fudge?
Alright, so I'm just thinking for the portal. That's what I was testing out. Minecraft Nether portals don't have to be 2x3s anymore. They can be certain sizes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I was thinking, basically, where the dirt is now is the
Yeah.
obsidian, and then have obsidian built into the ground bit and into the roof right there. So all
Yes.
that is just portal.
I love it.
I'll take your word for it.
Are you able to get the obsidian or?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that should be
Okay,
easy
yeah, I
as
can-
pie.
Oh shit.
But pie, funny enough, I don't know how to make pie in this game, so getting obsidian is easier than making pie.
Okay then, if getting obsidian easier than pie.
Somehow.
You heard it here.
I just need one more diamond.
There might be some down in the deep shaft mine. I'm not sure.
No, because I got 2 diamonds, but we had more diamonds, didn't we?
Yes we did. I think they're still
Ho
upstairs.
ho ho! We have 5 diamonds.
We had 8. I think. I think we had 8.
Well, somebody used some.
That's alright.
Or are you thinking about the other world?
Maybe I am. We haven't found that many diamonds in this place.
Oh, I'm dying.
One of these people is an owl. Yes, but who?
No,
Actually, wait a minute.
Nathan, it's somebody here
What is it?
has been possessed by an owl. Who?
Who? The demons. They speak of horrible, horrible things.
I love that I said, "Hey, this mountain is not big enough. Let's put a fucking tower to see if we can make it bigger."
Sorry.
You're absolutely right, Nathan. Well, I've
Oh
made
yeah,
a
you make
tower.
a tower.
Okay. I love towers. You know what else I love? Mazes.
Knowledge.
Handfuls and handfuls of knowledge.
Enough
fuck, no.
knowledge to make
Fuck
a...
off, Gulliman.
I forgot to grab torches, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Nathan asked himself, what would he use all this cobblestone? And he had an answer.
Give it to Emma and she'll burn it and make a floor for the maze. I mean, non-maze. Not unmaze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Do you now?
And so does my friend Matt here.
Which Matt?
Now you
Stop this
stop,
now.
Matt.
Matt Damon.
John Brady, he's handsome. But I was asking about American expansions.
I went back to the same fucking place again. Guess who's retarded? This boy.
Who wants to see me punch the crap out of Grannon?
I do.
Where was I
good time.
mining? I can't remember. Probably this way. Well, I found the edge again. I do hate it when I find the edge.
Of glory.
No, the mountain.
I'm on the edge of glory. And we're not starting to a song. Last time it was fucking Hey There Delilah.
And that's stuck in my head again. Huzzah!
I'm stuck on mine because demons are already in there. My headspace is already occupied. Usually it's vacant though. Don't you just love it when you breathe and you sound like a fucking raspy, dying old man? This is my life for the last 3 months. Fuck, no, it's not 3 months, it's 5 months now.
Oops.
My tower is almost complete.
Nice.
Ow.
Okay, so everybody's a dying old man now.
Jokes on you, I was always dying.
I know.
Yeah, youth is wasted on the young.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I tried to save myself, but then I discovered the cruel world of death.
Unforgiving. Jesus, I went into this mine hoping I'd find the fucking lava stuff, but so far I've found no lava at all. I want obsidian, game. Give me my
There
obsidian.
should be some to your left, if I remember correctly, when you go straight down. I could find it for you. I mean, I explored that mine pretty thoroughly.
To the point where you now no longer legally can get lost in it.
Actually, in my contract, I must get lost precisely once per year. I mean, once
I've read
per
it. It's a
day.
very
Oh,
strange
yes,
one
but
for me.
actually no.
So it's once per day. Sorry, I read it wrong. I have some apologies to make.
Well, I'm back where I started. The left. Well, that's a dead end. I know that much.
Damn. Done and done.
What's up here? What's up here?
Cocaine. Cocaine.
Water. And there looks to be a light source somewhere. I bet this is going to be a dead end.
Oh yeah, there are so many torches.
Or not. It's just going to have fucking skeletons and zombie villagers.
Do be careful, there's a skeleton spawner around there somewhere. Oh dear. Fuck it.
Emma died from a high place.
Are we all still
Even
spawning
though
back in our home base?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why do you think I keep jumping off the edge?
There's a spider in my zombie trap.
Cool. Cool.
Why is there a spider in my zombie trap?
You bitch.
Where are you, Emma?
In the zombie
You
trap.
seem to tell justice.
I've not yet, no.
Yeah, that's right. Can't fuck with me.
Well, yes, but actually no.
All
Emma!
my shields and
Emma?
stuff would be destroyed.
Ooh,
You
Tower of
turned it around
Justice.
now. You turned it
I'm sorry, I just saw your sword lying on the ground. I'm like, whoop.
Oh, that was hilarious.
A big, empty, hollow space. Interesting.
Oh, okay. I died from the worst fucking...
Do you want me to go find it for you?
No, I want to do it myself.
Because I think I'm no longer legally allowed to get lost in that mine anymore. Even though I
do
will
not care.
and can.
I will
and
rewrite
will.
your contract if I have to.
You have to talk to the manager.
I will
and
rewrite your
Father's
contract
really
if I have to. I want to find it myself. I want to find Gideon by myself.
No, she'll be back. I need to get a few things.
Yeah, Emma, me and Nathan are leaving you. We're going to go search for a life outside.
we're going to get lost elsewhere.
that's
thank you,
illegal.
since you're apparently
Oh, okay.
not
Yeah,
allowed.
thanks, game. 3 creepers. Are you serious, game?
Need some roses. There's a place I can go. Give me some roses.
Oh shit, my shield's broke. Damn.
I was wondering to awkwardly flirt if you don't have roses.
Oh, you want roses? What are you, a weirdo?
So what's the
No, I
first
wanna
thing you
make
guys are
food.
gonna do when quarantine's finally over?
Probably get you so you can grab your soda.
Yeah. Obviously.
Probably go to the nearest Macca's, or the most quietest
Get
Macca's. Try and get a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've all made a date of what we're doing on that day, Drew's driving us all to Macca's. Thanks, Drew.
Okay. Fuck, I don't mind.
No, that's the
Macca's
thing, you're
trying to
done.
buy Royale. Shit, that sounds like a good day.
Sorry?
See, it's weird because I'd 100% do the same for you. This is
Except you can't.
Yeah, but if I could, that's what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
say I
that is
couldn't. Exactly. He could just drive his car. He'd just have to acquire his car.
I mean, I could.
I know you could.
Pulls out knife. Where am I going? What am I doing?
Calls out to the biggest.
Why do I hear spiders?
Because there are spiders near you.
Where am I
Thank
going?
God Drew's really figured it out.
This is a... I was hoping to find the edge of the frickin'...
I've got an update. I have an update.
What's that?
I cannot eat these.
Oh my god, again?
Yep.
Oh, fucking fix this game, Jube.
No.
Yeah, basically. Well, it'd take over a year just to fix the fucking Switch edition of Minecraft, just so we can connect to rounds.
Yep. I was watching two people play Stardew Valley. You can play it on multiplayer, apparently.
Stardew...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. There was an update recently.
Yeah.
Recently, that was ages ago.
Recently for me.
Oh, there it is. And that's the mushroom.
What?
I'm gonna get salty.
Mushrooms. Stop going to the Mushroom Kingdom.
No, never.
No, it's a mushroom.
This is not the Super Mario U Deluxe Let's Play. This is Minecraft.
Joke's on you, it's both.
Joke's
Hey,
on
the
you,
mushroom.
simpleton. I can combine things.
Yeah, bring out the Super Mario mashup pack. Nathan actually has that because he's playing on the Switch version.
Oh, yeah.
He's,
Oh, that's cool.
gee,
See?
you
You
just
did
can't-
lie to us. You lied to us all.
I'm gonna starve to death, and that's probably a good thing.
I'm sorry, that out of context is impressive.
You're right, it is.
How is it out of context?
No, if you take it out of context.
How can you take it out of context?
Easily. With pro skill and efficiency.
Still cannot eat bloody berries.
I have yet to
Neither.
try to eat anything in this game.
Have you just been really setting your hunger bar by jumping off?
I honestly
Yes.
have died enough times and not come close to death so many times that it hasn't mattered.
Oh, okay.
So, like, every time I get near to starvation, I keep dying to other things. Oh, dear. am I going and what am I doing?
Oh, you're playing Minecraft with your boy Nathan and your other boy Drew.
Oh my god, I've adopted men.
That's normally called kidnap.
Nathan, why would I
Only in
kidnap
two.
you?
Oh,
Because I
oh, oh, feels bad, Nathan.
What?
Why would I kidnap you? Oof.
The sun is running away now. I've just answered that question. Come on, starvation, kick in.
No, never. I refuse. I need a cow.
No, it's waiting. It's waiting until I find a bloody flower. Then I'm gonna be so happy, and then I'm gonna fucking die.
Nice.
I'll only have.
So you want to find rose, right?
Yes.
Are you talking about poppy or rose bushes?
Where are all the
Evil.
fucking animals?
Because there are no roses anymore in Minecraft. It's either poppies or rose bushes.
Okay.
So in other words, basically, what looks like the old rose would be
There
a
it goes.
poppy, while if you're looking, the name roses would be for rose bushes.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I need a
that's so
pumpkin.
strange. What the fuck? Okay.
Okay, I'm getting sick of this. Where is my dirt?
I
This
gotta
fucking water is.
fucking cliffs. Cows.
Oh, whoops.
Cows, where are you? I want a cow. Give me a cow.
There's some children living in a fit over there.
Where are all the fucking cows?
You know,
Hiding away from you.
Why would they do such a thing? I'm such a nice, kind, generous person.
oh yeah,
Debatable.
it's a pretty cool story, but
I am.
would you like to show these facts and if we were in the court of law and someone said that you were these, would you say yes?
Yes, I would.
With certainty?
With certainty.
With a sniper rifle?
Yes. I mean, yes.
Poppies, where are
You've seen my
poppies? I'm gonna kill you,
Nathan,
because
you've
you're a
seen
demon.
my
Oh
you've
no,
seen
the
my
demon has
assassin.
turned against me. Oh no, it killed me.
What do you have there? A knife! No!
Strange.
Oh yeah, if you see Enderman, by the way, do your best to try and kill him to get an Ender Eye because we can get an Ender
I've
chest because I'm
got
mining
Um,
more.
I've got
I'm
an
What do
mining
ender
we need
more
pearl.
an Ender
obsidian.
chest?
Drew,
Because
I've
an
got
Ender
an
chest
ender pearl.
basically is an indestructible fucking
Drew.
chest, and
Drew.
it's also like your own personal chest, so no one else can go into it.
Drew.
If they access it, they basically access their own stuff.
Drew. I have an ender pearl. I need
Oh,
some.
and if you have multiple ender chests at different points, they will all have they will still have the same stuff stored in it.
Yeah, I got an ender pearl. You need you need that
Essentially, what I've done
you need the
in some of my games is and the other ones is
Stop.
when I got the
Stop.
shulker box.
There's a zombie.
What?
There was a zombie with a baby zombie on its back.
Yeah, baby zombies can ride anything.
That's adorable. Bye, Skellington. Bye, Skellington.
But yeah, basically in one of the other games I played, the realms, I got shulker boxes, which is like a portable chest,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and I put them inside of a ender chest, and then I got another shulker box and put the that ender chest in the shulker box. So I had basically infinite. I had like a huge, gigantic backpack full of stuff
Nice.
that, and because it was keeping inventory, no one can access but me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I've got white flowers. I want bloody red flowers, you bugger.
What are you trying to dye things? Nathan.
Bonjour,
Nathan.
monsieur. The French are
Nathan.
here. Bringing up the rear with our demon tank here.
Nathan.
It's so grand. Very grand. Ooh la la la, so big.
Nathan.
Sorry.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Okay, what were you saying?
Sorry, are you
I
trying to
think
dye
it
things?
was one of those Battlefield 1 videos from Mashed.
Nathan, can you hear me? Nathan, can you hear me?
Because for some reason I
Oh,
find
good.
it catchy and I don't know.
More technical difficulties. I'm glad this
Scared.
keeps happening every 5
Because
freaking
you're
minutes.
filthy casual.
God freaking stupid bloody. I hope this doesn't affect the freaking recording. Every time my
It is going to
freaking
affect the recording.
microphone cuts out without warning or rhyme or reason. Bloody hell. But Nathan, are you trying to dye something?
Yeah, I'm trying to dye windows.
Oh, I see what you're up to. Smart.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing.
I have
I'm gonna
no
make this
idea.
one. I made the jump!
Oh, good job.
I truly almost had no faith in myself there. I was like, yeah, this is going to make it. It was a ones, I lined it. I made the jump, and that's all that matters.
I'm proud of you.
live.
I lived, bitch.
Ah, Jesus Christ. I swear every time... Drew didn't. I swear every time we're recording, something goes wrong with Minecraft. Or the freaking audio cuts out. Or I stop being able to hear
That's just
Nathan
Minecraft.
for no reason.
See,
Yeah.
that just seems to be the Minecraft in a nutshell. It's like, unless you're a popular YouTuber, Minecraft will decide you're not worthy of playing it, and it will just cut out. It will be like, fuck yeah. You're not advertising on YouTube or Twitch. You're not somehow bringing, money generating money towards the game.
Yeah. You can get lost, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, freaking casual gamer.
Basically.
Get your baby jumpy. I'm going out.
And Nathan. Hey,
What?
and Nathan. Come
What?
back. Baby, come back.
Better come back. Better
See,
go.
Nathan, weirdly, every time I say, hey Nathan, 700 times, you never answer. And you know why that is? You can't hear me.
You don't have that connection that me and Nathan have. What kind of connection? We'll leave it up to you.
This bloody baby zombies. You called. I'm here. I wasn't 100% killed. You want to bet?
Who called?
No. Are you in the phone, Nathan?
Fucking
Emma, do you want to come here? Wait, let's wait till Emma gets here.
Outpost.
Get some dye. Get me red flowers.
If they have an iron golem there, kill it. I said kill the iron golem, not get shot by an arrow.
I had one job.
Where
No,
are
Emma,
you
come
guys?
here.
Where? Where's Tim?
My bad.
Nathan's house.
Which way
So
is
you
that
know
way?
your house.
Okay, you're cutting out, Drew. I think. Can you
Do
Do you
repeat
remember
the
what my
Mike's-
tower is?
instructions?
Wait. She can go to my tower. She can go to my tower. She doesn't need to do the fall down. Come here.
Oh,
Can you
okay,
hear me
yeah,
now?
yeah, I can get in through your tower. Hey, it's me.
Yes.
Emma.
Yeah,
Okay, you
Yeah,
can
she
hear me.
can hear you.
I can't hear you. See, it's never you that's a problem. It's either me or it's Nathan.
Alright, you want to
usual.
have a flint and
So
steel?
this is going to work, is it?
Do you have flint and steel?
Fucking.
Me?
I have.
I have
flint.
steel. I have. Oh yeah, I do have flint and steel.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I got flint and steel now.
Oh, I don't need
Oh,
it.
good. Make it. It's in the crafting table in the corner.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah.
So it does work.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah. Is it
Cool.
isn't
But yeah, I have a.
it?
I have an ender pearl. But you can't get ender eyes. You have to get those what are they called? The flamey guys, and get one of their sticks.
Blaze.
Yeah, that's it. You need a blaze rod.
Blaze.
And then you can.
And you have to get its penis.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in a bit of a shitty place this time.
Alright, we'll keep that in the pearl. Because we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
This first chest I'll make will have as a universal thing. So it won't be
Ouch.
Oh, nice hit. Oh, nice hit. Oh, nice hit.
Keep the brothers on
Oh,
pit.
dear. I think we're gonna have to wrap this up because I'm having more and more troubles with the chat. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm having so many troubles with the chat at the moment. We're gonna have to call this an episode. So
Okay.
if you enjoyed this ambient Minecraft, leave a like. If you want to see more ambient Minecraft, there are other videos that we have done. But you've probably already watched them if you're watching this episode. If you didn't, they're also pretty good, so check them out. And we'll see you on the next one.
And if you didn't, go do it. Fucking don't leave us waiting, boys.
Okay,
Roll.
bye!
Bye.
Drew?
Hello.
Drew doesn't want to say goodbye.
Oh, bye.